What is up, everyone? Today we are going to be talking about the wishing or pulling system in Tower of Fantasy. We're going to be talking about how free-to-play friendly it is, how the system works, what the different banners are, and in general what the overall experience is in terms of how often it feels like you're pulling and things like that. So right off the bat, talking about the banners, there are three main weapon or character banners in Tower of Fantasy. There is the standard banner, which has a guaranteed pity system of 80 pulls. You'll be guaranteed an SSR weapon. And there's also the rate up banner, which has limited characters, just like in Genshin Impact, things like that, which will give you a guaranteed to get a SSR weapon as well. However, just like Genshin Impact, there is a 50-50 system on those SSR weapons. Now, as you can see on these banners, this is the standard banner, and this is the rate up banner. You can see here the pity system. The guaranteed pity, unlike Genshin Impact, is 80, not 90. So that helps give you, reduce the requirement in terms of the amount of wishes it requires to bring home an SSR character or weapon. Though I am not sure if there is any sort of soft pity system like Genshin Impact has. The additional thing that they have on top of the standard banner is this other banner, which is kind of like the is kind of like an unguaranteed standard banner system where all you have is the default rates of getting an SR and an SSR weapon, and you can get tons of these wishes through exploration. And the nice thing about Tower of Fantasy, instead of Genshin Impact, you're used to exploring in Genshin Impact and picking up a chest that gives, 2, 5, maybe if you're lucky, 10 primo gems, anywhere from 1/80th to, 1/16th of a wish. And it requires a lot to get the primo gems you need in order to make a wish. However, in Tower of Fantasy, what you'll see is at the top here, you can see those purple crystals at the top here, and you will find those all over the map, constantly all over the place. It's very easy to get 10, 20, 30 of these pulls in a day, especially at the beginning when there's tons of exploration and you're going through and finding all the chests, all the challenges, all the puzzles. And you'll also get a chance for some golden standard banner wishes as well. Now, in terms of that, you can see here, right? Like I even logged out right here next to one to show for this video. You can see here, all you have to do is go up to it, run in, and you will collect that. And then as you can go here, you can see in this banner, I now have 5, whereas before I had 4. So now the Tower of Fantasy closed beta team did just post the rates for what those banners are, but there's one more thing. We will talk about that in just a second. There is one more thing I want to talk about as well. So kind of like Masterless Star Glitter in Genshin Impact, there are these black gold coins and red gold coins from wishing on the standard banner and wishing on the rate up banner as well. And the interesting thing with these coins is after you have a weapon from one of these banners, like you can see here, I have the this SSR sword and this SSR set of dual pistols. And once you have one copy of these items, once you receive 120 of these black gold coins, which you get naturally from making wishes and getting repeat items and things like that, on this account, because it was Chinese closed, or on the Chinese servers, I can't do any top, so this account is totally free to play, and I have probably played for a total of like 3 weeks or something like that. Not very long in terms of like total days played. I'm very early on into the game and everything like that, but you can see I've already gotten 2 SSR weapons, and I already have enough to buy or close to being able to buy a refinement for one of my SSR weapons. So just like character constellations against Impact, these weapons have refinements that do the standard increased damage, everything like that, but also unlock additional perks and abilities and interactions like constellations in Genshin Impact. So wishes are called special orders in Tower of Fantasy, and you can see here, let me scroll down a little bit, we can see here for the special order rules for overall probabilities. Okay, so SSR weapons have per roll, not including any guarantees or anything like that. Per roll, you have a 0.75% chance of getting a SSR weapon. For the SR weapons or 4-star weapons, you have a 1% chance of getting those per pull. R weapon, those are pretty common. You'll probably get those just like 3-star weapons in Genshin Impact almost every single time. That is how that works. Now, there is a guarantee system, as we talked about. Every 80 pulls, you are guaranteed to get an SSR weapon. And every 10 pulls, just like Genshin Impact for 4-star, every 10 pulls, you are guaranteed to get a SR weapon, which brings the total probability of getting a SSR weapon to 2%, as you can see here, and the total probability of getting a SR weapon to 12%. Okay, so now that we have the Genshin Impact wish system open, what you can see here is that the wish system, the base probability is 0.6 in Genshin Impact, whereas in Tower of Fantasy, the base probability is 0.75. So already off guarantee is a much better chance than Genshin Impact. Plus, as you can see here, the including guarantee, the base probability is 1.6% chance of getting a 5-star in 90 attempts. Tower Fantasy, it was a base probability of 2% in 80 attempts. So as you can see, the probability for getting a SSR or 5-star, those are the equivalents in these two games, is much higher for characters and weapons in Tower of Fantasy, much higher in Tower of Fantasy. Now, on top of all of that, you do have, again, this banner, the non-guaranteed banner in Tower of Fantasy, which is exceptionally beneficial in terms of, fueling your gacha rolling addiction needs, especially early game. I haven't made it to late game, so I don't know how much really you're going to end up pulling on this in the late game, but early game, it feels like you're constantly saving up wishes for this, or pulling every time if you really want to. So overall, I think that Tower of Fantasy is going to be extremely free to play friendly, which I'm happy to hear about. Many games thrive based on how successful their free to play economy is, and I think Tower of Fantasy will have a very healthy one. So if you are a free to play player, I think you can feel safe and feel comfortable about your ability to obtain gear, obtain weapons through Tower of Fantasy's wishing system. Let me know your guys' thoughts as well, and what else you want to see me cover about Tower of Fantasy. Chances are, if you are seeing this video, I am going to be live on Twitch right now, covering the beta, the closed beta, which starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time, April 18th. See you there. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.